good Erev Shabbos, Parshas Bamidbar. If we make a very simple calculation, using the first pasuk of Sefer Bamidbar, we're going to come out with a very important idea, which represents how important we are and the ahava and the focus that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has for us as Yidden. Listen to this. Parshas Bereshis, from the beginning of creation until we meet Noach in Parshas Noach, takes up 1,400 years. Parshas Noach itself takes up 400 years. And then we reach Parshas Lech Lecha, Avram Avinu, we're now introduced to the beginning of Klal Yisrael, and time starts to slow down. 1,400 years for one Parsha, 400 years for one Parsha. Now we're introduced to Avram Avinu. Okay, that's Yitzchak. It's 100 years. Then we have Yaakov Avinu coming down to Mitzrayim. And ultimately, the book of Bereshis ends with the death of Yosef at 110 years old. All in all, the book of Bereshis covers about 2,300 years in history. Then the book of Shemos starts. Covers the time that we were in Mitzrayim, we left Mitzrayim, we put up the Mishkan. All this covers about 140 years. And then we come to Vayikra. How much of a time span does Vayikra cover? Well, Shemos ends with the putting up of the Mishkan, and our Sefer Bamidbar begins a month later, as our Parsha says, that Hashem spoke to Moshe in Midbar Sinai on the first day of the second month of the second year that we left Mitzrayim, which was 1 month after the putting up of the Mishkan. So the entire Sefer Vayikra covers a 1 month time span. The book of Bamidbar in the desert covers other 38 years. And the book of Devarim, again, 1 month. This is fascinating. Anything that came before Klal Yisrael, chik-chak, 1,400 years, 400 years, until we meet Avram, let's just move time along. We start being introduced to Avram Avinu, to Yitzchak, to Yaakov. Time moves slower, a little faster, and then we get to Klal Yisrael in the Midbar. We've got all the time in the world. We could spend the whole Sefer on 1 month. People spend time discussing things that we love. If we care about something, we spend time on it. HaKadosh Baruch Hu spends time focusing on Klal Yisrael, the giving of the Torah, the going on in our life. Whatever's going on in the life of a Yid, HaKadosh Baruch Hu spends time on that. We should take this message to really be a measuring rod for how much love we have for other Yidden. What do we spend our time talking about? Business? Other things? If we're excited to spend time discussing the lives of our Gedolim, of other Yidden, obviously in a positive way, not in a way of Lashon Hara, but these are things that we're concerned about, we care about, we want to discuss it. It's exciting for us. It's exciting for me to spend time focusing on the positivity, all the good things that are going on in Klal Yisrael. That's emulating Hashem. And that shows chiba. That shows real love, the same love that HaKadosh Baruch Hu shows us as the Torah moves along. Time starts to slow down. Hold on, I want to focus on this. I want to talk about these people. There's something special going on here. Halavai, if we could do the same. Our excitement, our desire, our conversations should always be on the positivity and the good that Yidden do and that goes on in Klal Yisrael. Have a wonderful, wonderful Shabbos.